NFL punt, pass, and kick competition 2 years in a row, the largest in the country, by the way. We've had an Army Ball out in Pleasanton, and we've had our, now at the end of today, we will have had our first annual Veterans Day Run on Camp Park. So we're just so happy you joined us today. So the partnership has been great between Camp Parks, the City of Dublin, and the Federal Correctional Institute here in Dublin. You're actually on the prison land right now. You're not even on Camp Parks yet. You won't be on Camp Parks for about a quarter mile up the road. So we've all come together, the city, the prison, and the Army base, and we just feel really good about that. And we're glad you all joined us. So without further ado, I'll thank you for coming. Have a great time. Run your personal best. Nobody get hurt. And I will turn it over to Dublin Mayor Tim Sabranti.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Gerdes, and thank you to all of you for coming out. Is this? Maybe I should come over here. That might be better. I just think it's great to see so many people out here, and as the commander said, the partnership can never be stronger. I'm joined here today by our mayor-elect, Councilmember David Halbert is out here. I want to welcome him. And, I think, whether it's the partnership with the prison, whether it's the partnership with Camp Parks, with the city, with the SeanBrockFoundation, we couldn't think of a better way to come together. We've been talking for a while about wanting to do a run and just trying to figure out, well, what's the cause, what's the timing, and then when Bobby from the SeanBrockFoundation this summer was telling me about the foundation and supporting the families of fallen soldiers and the scholarships, it just really crystallized. I said, I can't think. We've been talking about wanting to do this race for a while. We've been talking about wanting to get the community onto Camp Parks, more opportunities to interact with our military families, to support a good cause, and it just crystallized that we couldn't think of a better time than the weekend after Veterans Day to do an event like this. And you certainly couldn't ask for better weather. This is perfect weather, and that deserves a round of applause. That was one thing we were worried. We said, well, mid-November, it might be raining, but unfortunately, we don't really get rain anymore around here very often. So we certainly need that, but we're glad at least that the rain held off for today. And this is just a sign of continuing good things to come between the entire community and our military families and our Camp Parks community. So thank you again for being out here. Enjoy your afternoon, and I'm going to turn it back over to our MC.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to invite up to the podium the last member of this three-way partnership, Bobby Kular, representing the SeanBrockFoundation. Let's give him a warm round of applause.
Thank you. And as I look out here, I see so many people, and I'm honored. This is the inaugural event, and we plan on doing this every year. So I'm really touched about all the showing here, and really humbled. Just a little background on the foundation and what we do. It's by a gentleman by Sean Brock. He passed in Iraq in 2005, and by the time he died, he had 2 master's degrees, and he was working on his PhD and was a captain in the Marines. So education was his passion, and commitment to the military was his passion. So I wanted to tie those two together and create a foundation to carry on his legacy going forward. So what we do is we provide scholarships to the fallen or injured service members and their families. And we're honored to do that. And with the outpouring of support, it's because of you that we make this option available. So thank you very much. Thank you for attending. And we want to make this an annual event, and it's because of you that's going to happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby. All right, a couple quick notes before our national anthem begins. When the race starts, we've got road guards lining the course. We have an array of civilians and soldiers to help find direction and to make sure you're safe on the course. But safety always starts with you. If you are running the 10K, you're going to get to see some of Camp Park's beautiful ranges up in the hilltops. We need to be cognizant, and we're going to ask that you don't run with your earplugs in, because if there is an emergency deep in the range, the road that you're going to be running on is the only access road for emergency vehicles. If an emergency vehicle needs to access the range, the road guards We'll make sure that you guys stay to one side of the road, but keep your head on a swivel, because safety is our #1 concern at Camp Parks and with the City of Dublin. There are 2 title sponsors that showed us a lot of love to make today happen. If you guys could help me thank IHG Group, Army Hotels, and McNamara Steakhouse. Those are our primary sponsors. We really appreciate everything they've done for us. And the other people I would like to thank that made a very special trip out here, bringing a Yui in tow, is the Warriors Watch Riders. So can we thank them for bringing the Yui for you guys to check out? At this time, I would like to bring Sergeant Hudson to the mic for our national anthem. Please welcome Sergeant Hudson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Sergeant Hudson. We appreciate that. One more big round of applause for Sergeant Hudson for our national anthem. All right, I'm going to really quickly go through our schedule of events for today. The first race off is going to be the 10K race. Soon but not yet, I'm going to get the 10K race runners lined up behind our starting arch. About 5 minutes after the 10K goes off, as soon as they breach the gates and get onto Camp Parks property, we're going to get all the 5K runners lined up behind them and set to go. So about 5-6 minutes later, the 5K is going to go off. At a little after 10:30, once the 5K and 10K runners are back, we're going to do the awards ceremony. Then we're going to get the kids' fun run kicked off when we got mass support to support the kids going out and back. For the races, we do have special prizes for the top male and female for both the 10K and the 5K, as well as the top finishers in 2 categories. We got male and female 40 and over, and we got male and female 39 and under for both the 10K and the 5K. We've got a flyover that's going to come in about 8 minutes, and right after the flyover, we're hoping to start the 10K. So if I can ask just the runners participating in the 10K to make their way behind the starting arch just behind me. Just the 10K runners, 5K on deck. Just the 10K runners.